Hello everyone, welcome back to another class of NSSP 2023. In this video, we'll be covering the third class. Lesson number 1 or 2 Kotomushi, lesson number 3 last final lesson kurbo on NSSP for polity. So this video will be helpful for your NSSP preparation and also for your NPS is important over. And if you like this channel, you can like and subscribe. It will be very helpful for me so that I will be able to make the contents better. So let us start the class. Polity lesson number 3 shuru kore. So last time once lesson 1 there idu constitution na introduction kurse. Lesson number 2 there central government na shuru kurse, and today lesson number 3 the state government la olop question kurbo. Legislative Assembly, Council or some member questions relating to the exam. So let us start. First question number 1. Which of the following areas does the state government not have control over the local bodies? So local bodies there kundo control nai. It is the citizens grievance. Next, number 2. To be a member of the state council and minister, a person to ki hurelai that he must belong to a legislative assembly, must get a membership to the state legislature within 6 months, cannot be less than 35 years, expert in some field if he's not a member of the legislature. So the minister who he must get membership in the state legislature within 6 months. Next, question number 3. 1 by 2 of the members of the Vidhan Parishad. Vidhan Parishad to get legislative council. So the council, the 1 by 2 of the ki kutiba electorate. So it will be from the graduates of any university in any states of India who has been residing in the state and has been a graduate for at least 3 years standing. So legislative council karne members to 1 by 2 of the university graduate karne, and legislative council there India the states is 6 states is. So what are the states? Legislative council of the first to Andhra Pradesh or Telangana is. They do the ekta nation as because Andhra Pradesh or Telangana the ekta state power means ekta state bakona ola as. So legislative council as there Maharashtra as Karnataka as Bihar as and UP as. So these are the 6 states in which legislative councils are. Legislative council. So let us go to the next question. Article 154 states that the governor can exercise the executive authority either directly or through the officer subordinate to him. The word subordinate includes. So governor la nijide ke ase? Governor la nijide. Governor is the head of the state la head to governor is a nominal head to it is the CM as a it is a CM ba taila under the council of minister, that is council of ministers. So governor do chief minister ke appoint gore, that is the governor appoints the chief minister and the rest of the council of ministers to governor appoint gore on the advice of the chief minister. So article 154 Pakoji case governor ba sub taila executive authority to taila nijide exercise kore aru etu ko na jikle the minister and all the ministers and chief minister. Question number 5. The state legislative assembly participates in the election of the state assembly to kote election lui president to lui vice president to lui because vice president to Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha lui Rajya Sabha members thakibo, that is Rajya Sabha members there 245 vacancy to pura state pa representation pore on the basis of population. So Rajya Sabha be appoint kore state legislative assembly ba ara members of the legislative council be appoint kore by the legislative assembly. So 1, 3 and 4. Question number 6. What is the minimum age for the membership of the Vidhan Parishad? Legislative Council karne 30 years or Legislative Assembly karne 25 years, similar as Lok Sabha. An ordinance passed by the governor is subject to the approval of the state legislator. So first ordinance power to ordinance to suppose Legislative Assembly, for example mana Nagaland Legislative Assembly do session denai na session. So Nagaland Legislative Assembly do session deke mana Kohima de NLA session deke idu first session do ki koi February phale deke idu budget session koi it next do monsoon session deko aro last do winter session deko tinta session deke aro 6 months nathego lai means gap to 6 months, more than 6 months not line for an assembly. So idu sessions take it suppose idu budget session do February de take it is the February, it is a monsoon session do June July de take. So February, March, April, May, suppose May de. So suppose May de a very important issue that governor by idu tai law pass kurele means something related to for example any underground violence issue karne. So udu tamde law pass kurule dakshe, but since Nagaland Legislative Assembly do session do nai, they are not in the session. So governor ba tai the governor of Nagaland will exercise the ordinance making power under Article 213 of the Indian Constitution. That is Article 213 of the Indian Constitution. The Dinaziki governor by the ordinance making power tai utilize korbo, but idu assembly session means idu law do assembly session jama ha bijde pass korla. So idu pass korshule it will become a law. Otherwise pass korna kule it is scrapped, means idu accept the law do. So this is the ordinance making power of the governor. Question number 8. If the states fail to carry out the directives of the central government with regard to the exercise of their administrative power, so the president can impose president rule on the state and assume all the powers of the state government. So idu kila je kurile do idu president's rule. Our president's rule do kila article de article 356 of the Indian Constitution. Idu state emergency be made. So in the constitution tinta emergencies first is article 352 to national emergency made NE, that is kita war law, for example China can attack Korea, for example China attack Korea or Pakistan attack Korea, to national emergency impose kore. Second to article 356 to ke jukle to edike president's rule be made aro edike ki koy constitutional emergency be made. Itu ke jukle to, so for example Nagaland de law and order problem hoise or like election luije hulebe ki koy could be decisive takane jitule. So inga the president's rule do impose kore. And similarly next article article 356 la main criteria ke jukle do failure of constitutional machinery, means this constitution la idu process to breakdown hola state de article 356 impose korna president's rule to impose kore. Next to article 360 financial emergency, for example economic crisis hai or financial crisis hai article 360 ba impose kore that the financial emergency to impose kore. Are the financial emergency de suppose the government servant as a, so you are a government servant, so the salary to reduce corporate government ba to cope up with the this emergency. So these are the emergency power. Aro article 3 first kuch article 356 as a na that is failure of constitutional emergency. Aro next article 365 kona as a to article 365 to for example state kamba ki koi tila for example state government ba khota mananai center la, so idu tamde article 365 to impose korobare. So under article 365 for example government of India ba government of Nagaland ge koise ki to one idu uniform civil code to government Nagaland uniform civil code to implement kuri guna kuje only because government of Nagaland to tai khota mananai, so government of India ba tai president's rule imposed on Nagaland through article 365. So this is another form of another one reason where like president's rule can be imposed. So this is the answer. Question number 9. To be a member of the state legislature, kiki hole a person should be first to citizen of India hole sure as a next to not less than 25 years of age for legislative assembly or 30 members 30 years for legislative council. So the correct option is 1, 2 and 3. Means the citizen will not less than 25 will for legislative assembly and not less than 30 for legislative council. Next, according to article 164(1) of the Constitution of India, in 3 states there shall be a minister in charge of tribal welfare in addition to the charges of the welfare of the scheduled castes. So kundu state tenai CJMO idu yat korde article 164 ba koi 164 clause 1 ba koi je ki state charter de tribal affairs thagol tribal affairs department ekta thagol minister of tribal affairs thagol. So idu charter state ke je Chhattisgarh, C J for Jharkhand, M for Madhya Pradesh and O for Odisha, because yede charter de tribal manu bishe je and because of this yede tribal affairs minister thagol. So yede state governor kuna to ke je Punjab je. Remember this CJMO Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, Madhya Pradesh and Odisha CJMO. Next, the Chief Justice of the High Court is appointed by the President on advice of the Governor of the state concerned and Chief Justice of India. High Court or Supreme Court la judges. So it is sub to kun by appoint gre President by appoint gre on advice of the respective judges. So next question, on in relation to the state government, the local government exercises what? So local government by key exercise kore delegated authority in the sense like state government ba ki koi state government ba local government, that is local government by the ULBs or village council idonge power dina tange kam gorde. So ido transfer power do idige delegated authority me mate. Next, match the following in the given below: governor, consular minister, duty of chief minister and legislative council. So governor ke it will be under article 155 of the constitution. Consular minister secure article 163. Duties of the chief minister do article 167 and legislative council is article 169 of the Indian constitution. Next, question number 14. While appointing a governor, the president generally consults the chief minister of the state because this is a matter of keze convention as means idu ku likina nai idu convention as suppose itya governor la ganeshan as so before appointing him the president, that is Madam Draupadi Murmu, who is the woman president, she will consult Sir Nephew, the chief minister, while appointing the governor. It was a constitution it is a matter of convention. Means puila type ba korina ase aredo kurule. Next, oath of office is administered to the governor by cum. So oath of office means moi yete ido office la den moi ko corruption no grow moi ko ill will no grow ko maintain integrity dignity to sab to oath kunba provide kuri governor ke by the chief justice of the high court. Next, question number 16. The Constitution of India does not provide any provision for the impeachment of the Vice President gadebe as a impeachment, Chief Justice be impeachment as a, or President be impeachment as a article kit as a article 61 as a tela impeachment do President na. So it is the Governor of a state. Governor of a state la ke koy tela eko impeachment na impeachment to na koro because sab the President na hate je. So for example aji President ba mona governor present governor la condition ke kushi banai, that is if he is not performing his duty properly, then the president can through an official letter through a notification can transfer the governor and add a new governor to Nagaland. So the governor of Nagaland though there's no process for impeachment. Question number 17. An ordinance issued by the governor without approval of the state legislature shall be effective for a period of 6 weeks. Means 6 weeks tak thake. The governor has the power to make ordinances during the recess of a legislature. Idu legislative assembly takan ke koi session den nathakisile ta aro law ekta pass korobole to governor power through the ordinance power under article 213 of the Indian Constitution. The governor's ordinance ceases to operate 6 months after the assembly, or if not disapproved by the state legislature. For example, state assembly wa acha ho jikle to idu tala ordinance to ki ho jawo law. Next, the members of the legislative assembly to kina appoint kore directly appointed by the people. For example, Dimapur 1 the candidate to we appoint this through elections. Next, match the following: Article 54, Article 75, Article 155 and Article 164. So Article 54 to case the election of the president as a. Next to Article 75 to appointment of Prime Minister and Council of Ministers. Article 155 the appointment of governor of a state, and Article 164 is appointment of chief minister of the and ministers of the state. So A is equal to 1, B to 2, C is 3, and D is 4. Correct. Next, judges consider the following statements. The governor of a state has the power to appoint. The governor by kun ko appoint korpore. Judges of the high court naporo idu president nakamase. State Public Service Commission, for example NPSC la member or chairman to governor by appoint korpore. Members of the State Finance Commission idu be appoint korpore by the governor, and accountant general also is not appointed, so it is 2 and 3. Next, what is the duration of the members of the Legislative Council? So same as Rajya Sabha, itu 6 years jata hai Legislative Council da duration do. Aro, for example, legislative council do, for example, form grow or pangai do the sub to kon na hate je power do under the parliament da suppose aji kushi ki Andhra Pradesh te legislative council na laiga kule do they can pass a vote simple majority paise kule do hatai di over the legislative council of the any state. Next, with reference to the financial power of the governor, consider the following. Number one, money bills introduced in the state assembly only on the prior recommendation of the governor. Money bill do kina introduce kore. First governor ba ta acha gobjde kore. So answer is 1. First is right. Next to he or she also goes to lay before the state legislature. Article 112 of the Indian Constitution, in a financial statement or budget to lay governor. So 1 and 2 is correct. Number 3, no demand for grant shall be made except under his recommendation. Correct ase. Next, he cannot make advances out of the contingency fund. Contingency fund do 266 267 ko. So number 4 though, he can make contingency fund out of the contingency fund of the state to meet unforeseen expenditure. Means, for example, flood kanache or cyclone kanache, earthquake kashukle do poisa olaina the over governor ba. So article 267 there contingency fund din ase, and the 4 do wrong ase, means type pare yede do na pare gone dikase. This is totally wrong. He considers the state finance commission do paribo. So answer is 1, 2, 3 and 5. Question number 23, under which article the governor shall declare either that he or she assents the bill, or that he or she withholds the assent to reforms, or that he or she reserves the bill for the consideration of the president, that is the veto power. So it is under article 202 of the Indian Constitution. Sorry, it is under article 201 of the Constitution, reservation of bill for the consideration of the president. Next, question number 24, who among the following is a legal advisor to the state government? So state government la legal advisor la advocate general ase, aru Nagaland la kun ase advocate general B.N. Balagopal. So aru standard dike ase, it is attorney general. Attorney general the article 76 of the Indian Constitution will provide grade for the Attorney General of India. Next, question number 25, the judges of the High Court are administered out of office by the governor of the state. Next, 26, for enactment of a law, the state legislative assembly can delay it for the maximum of 4 months. State legislative assembly, unlike the Rajya Sabha, they be powerful do noy. Means rokhai libe ki koi legislative assembly powers as compared to legislative council. So delay group for 4 months. Question number 27, legislative council of a state, the kiki true its total number does not exceed 2/3 of the total members of the state legislative assembly and not less than 40. Means 40 ba bishi ulele. Number 2, not less than 40 and should not the total members. So number 1 is not possible. Number 2 is 1/3 of its members are elected by legislative assembly, 1/3 by local bodies, 1/12 by teachers, 1/12 by university graduates and 1/6 nominated by the governor. So 2 is correct. It cannot be dissolved. Correct. So answer is 1 and 2 and 3. So these are the conditions for legislative council. So let me explain properly this one. It is quite confusing. First away, what is true about the legislative council of a state? Number one, the case is total members should not exceed 2/3 but it should actually be 1/3 of the total strength of the legislative assembly, but not less than 40. For example, Nagaland 60 as assembly seat to 1/3 into 60 kurida 20 as to 20 to nobungje 40 hule so idu one legislative council to form korna be Nagaland means 1/3 of total 60 kushile to 3 to the 6 20 as so idu requisite 40 to nobungje idu one it is not possible. So here 2/3 in the 1/3 so number 2, 1/3 of its members are elected by the legislative assembly. Legislative assembly means MLA kamba 1/3 to MLA ba appoint kore. Next to 1/3 to local bodies ba, that is ULB kamba appoint kore. Aro 1/2 of the teachers as 1/2 of the graduates as and 1/6 to governor by appoint kore. So option 2 to correct as everything is correct. So number 2 to correct as it cannot be dissolved. Correct as for example, Rajya Sabha we dissolve corner by continuing body as number 4, 1/3 of its members retire every year. So 1/3 to correct as only every year, every second year the whole means 2022 ile 2024 they retire on gaza 2 years they do. So the answer is 1 and 2 only. Sarkaria Commission 1983 they established hoise aro taiba ki hoise center state relations to study korise aro Sarkaria Commission la under the 1990 de because of this recommendation interstate council established korise. Number 29, a state cannot exist without a state. State to ekta country ko je ekta country kile exist korna pare ekta some kind of country some kind of government thakile e exist koro pare. Question number 30, the correct statement regarding the ordinance making power of the constitution is it is laid on article 213 correct. Article president गर्ने to article 1 2 3 of the constitution अझै president गर्ने to but for governor it is article 213 correct अझै it can be issued by him on advice of the president or state council minister. So the issue korobaro it is coextensive with the legislative power means law bana nisna as a power will be temporary as so 3 correct as it can be issued only during the recess of the state assembly and not the state legislative council. So 4 wrong as duita bi means legislative council thagile do oda de pass korole lagibo. So number 4 is wrong and it cannot be withdrawn by him anytime. So it can be withdrawn by him tai pass hoise so he tai if assembly means ba mana nai so he can withdraw the bill. So 4 and 5 to wrong as only 1 2 and 3 will be correct. So answer is 1 2 3. Question number 31, in case no party enjoys an absolute majority in the legislative assembly of a state the governor will go by keze on discretion. The discretionary power to discretionary power to constitution de likhina nai means tai ki right means tai ki tika je gore idu koro. For example 2020 this time 2020 election rule as for example so for example NDP election aro for example INC Congress hoise aro NPF hoise so etu tinta party ba ekta clear cut majority panai so 60 ase utade kun bi 30 panai sob manu 28 or 25 inga so kun bi majority proof korna pare so etu damde prime governor ba tela on discretion chola boro ki ta any political party ke matio for example tai NPF ke matio this time NPF ke matina first tui moi dige tui ki koi government form kore so do choose and form the government so edu ki ase kole to edu ke discretionary power so this is one of the discretionary power. Next, what is the maximum number of elected members of the state assembly? So the maximum number of elected assembly is how much? It is 500. Maximum though ki ase 500 ase or minimum though 60 ase. Next, the jurisdiction of a high court can be extended by the parliament. Parliament powers the jurisdiction increase kore. Number 34. An ordinary bill passed by the state assembly can be delayed by the legislative council for a period of 4 months. 4 months tak delay korbo. Number 35. What are the discretionary power of the governor? Means konishna taila on discretion taila kushi use korbo. So first to get selecting the chief minister if no single party is clear majority. I get explain kornishna one number 1 does dismissing the ministry at any time. Itu na paro itu to no confidence motion ba pass korle means kushi governor ba government hato na paro reserving the bill for the president so 3 be right as a discretion so it is 1 and 3. Number 36. Which of the following which writ was issued by high court to stop the court from legal action because to prohibition ase so jurisdiction to ki kaje kole to Andaman and Nicobar to kaje under Calcutta ibo Tatar and Nagar Haveli to Bombay devo Lakshadweep to under Kerala and Puducherry will come under Madras so answer is 4152. What is the not the main jurisdiction of a high court? It is advisory jurisdiction. The chairman of the legislative council is elected by members of the legislative council from among themselves. And the last question for today is the chief minister is appointed by the governors and the rest of the ministers is appointed by the governor on advice of the chief minister. Chief minister by advice to the minister conduct appoint grow by the governor. So with this the third class lesson number 3 has been completed. I hope you all understood something. Next I'll be doing another subject until your NSSB exam. So thank you guys for watching and all the best for your exam. Thank you.